isn't it? It's mom. And then they live happily after. Daddy, what does that sign say?
Welcome to the National Wildlife Refuge.
Come on.
That's all I can see.
See the birds?
No birds.
They're up on the cliff. Okay. We'll have to do some photos.
Suzanne, let's go. We get they take you inside the caves.
They took you inside the cave?
Yeah. Oh. And the reason is the price is what it is. They only allow 4 boats here. Their permits are only 4.
Oh, okay.
It's very limited, and you can't have a special permit to take people out. They really try to keep them so they're not a lot of boats. A lot more boats come from the south. They let more boats up from the south because of the long drive. Yeah, and if you want to kayak and camp, you need a special permit.
Give me that camera.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Give me that.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
you don't have to be it. I'm going to get that.
Suzanne, come on. Come on.
Connie!
Bye.
Wait for me!
Yeah, oh, come. We are waiting for you. Yeah, you want help?
Wait, I gotta get my Indian letter thing.
Protestant missionary parents, and they were there for a couple years. He was the second of 8 sons born to Abner and Lucy Wilcox. And they left Hilo. They went to the north shore of Oahu, where they spent 2 more years at the mission station there. And then they were assigned to the north shore of Kauai, to the Waioli mission station. And that is where George grew up. Now, as I said, nobody came in here when George was alive. If you came to talk sugarcane or business or visit, he would see you in the main house, he would see you in the office over here, or he would see you out in the fields. So George died in 1933. He was 95 years old. They did not have screens in those days, so they would pull the mosquito netting, around and keep the mosquitoes off. Okay. George was. You were asking whether the sugar was successful. George was very successful with the sugar. Not just George, but everybody that worked for him. They all helped to make it a successful plantation. He couldn't have done it without the workers either. And I definitely want to point that out. George was quite a philanthropist, and in his lifetime he gave away $300,000, possibly to $3 million. He was so private about it that it's hard to tell. Well, the story was that if you didn't have TB and you got lots of fresh air, you wouldn't get it. If you had TB and you got lots of fresh air, you would be cured. So George added this room back here. It didn't have screens at first with all the windows, and he started sleeping back here. Now, he liked this because he could look out. It's about a mile down to the harbor. He could see the ships come in the early morning hours, and he was always expecting people or equipment or supplies or something. So he would look up. If he saw a ship at the harbor, he'd run out before breakfast, jump on his horse, ride down to the harbor, and check to see if there was anything for him. Then he would come back here to Grow Farm and have breakfast. So he had an agreement with McInerney Hat Company in Honolulu, and every year they would send him 2 new hats. So he would take his hat collection, he would rotate them down, get rid of the older hats on this way, and then add the 2 newer ones up at this end. And that was his hat supply all the time. Let's go on in the bathroom. Over here is the first electric coffee pot. It's a coil that you put in the water. It heats the water up. You can put the tea bag in or whatever else. So that was, he could do that in the evening before he went to bed. I want to tell you about some of his reading material here. Because George was a plantation owner, he read The American Agriculturist. He read facts about sugar. He loved to travel, and he loved to talk to people that traveled. This is the main house. It's the museum. Nobody's living. The last person who lived in it was Mabel, and she died in 1978. She's the one that was responsible for Grow Farm becoming a museum. Okay, we're just going to step here for a minute, and then we're going to go back to the house. But I want to talk about the outside of the house a little bit. You're doing very good with your umbrella. How old are you?
5.
5. So you're in school, yeah? Or starting school? They wanted to keep that looking like the house when Uncle George bought Grow Farm and lived in it. But they added this on, and it looks quite different in architecture, but I think when you go inside, you'll be surprised to find that it looks like it was all built at the same time. They've done a wonderful job of pulling that all together. So, let's go in. See the house. The wood is called ohia wood, and it grows high up in the poly, and they go up there and cut it down. They aren't doing that anymore, but if they need to replace the floor for any reason, like if we have water leakage or something from a storm, then they will go and get a permit. Sometimes it takes a year. You get the permit, go up to the poly, cut the wood down, send it off to be planed into flooring. So it's quite a big deal to get it, but it's a lovely wood. Then down here, this is koa wood. And koa wood is a wood that's, that its home is Hawaii, but they cannot cut, it's illegal to cut koa wood anymore up in the mountains. So what they're doing is they're reforesting it over on the Big Island.
Pretty good.
She's a pretty good little girl. Yeah, she's a pretty good little girl. And I know at that age, they all want to touch. I know that, and that's hard. Because that's how they learn, by how something feels. This is the ladies' guest room. Now, remember, the way that they would get here before airplanes was they would come over from Honolulu on the barge, on the little steamer thing that came over. And it was an all-night trip. It was like 8 hours. And the reason they came at night was because it was too rough during the day and they'd get too seasick. So they were probably pretty tired when they got here. So they could put their suitcase on the suitcase rack, unload their clothes into this chest. They could sit here and look outside. It was nice and quiet on this end of the house, so they didn't get a lot of noise. Then if they wanted to write in their journal or write home, they could sit over at the desk over there and write. Could sit in this chair and have a cool drink and put the drink in that little pocket there. Now, Miss Mabel, a lot of people ask me about the initials. Miss Mabel died, remember, when she was 93 in 1978. And she couldn't get up the stairs in her later years, so she came to sleeping down here. She majored in music, and she was a beautiful musician. She sang beautifully, she played beautifully, and this was the Lyman family piano, which is a chicory, and they brought it all the way from Chicago to New York, to Hilo, to here. And Emma, when she stopped playing and singing, thought that Mabel, keep that name in mind, that was the youngest of the girls, that Mabel would take up and become a concert pianist. Well, Mabel had different ideas. Now, I'm going to stop there. The regular koa tree, but it's the koa, you know, when you go down under the dirt, there's that burl kind of a thing under there. He said that's where this wood comes from, and it has a lot more of a grain to it, and it's a lot rare, and it's a beautiful, beautiful wood, and that's where I understand that came from. They kept the horses, and they kept the oxen, and the cattle, and all of that down there in the valley. And they restored these meticulously. Recently, they purchased a right-of-way that goes around the valley, and they're in the process of laying track, and they're going to build a building, and I think down by the mill is where, at least that's where it's starting now, and they're going to be taking train rides on the steam locomotives. And their favorite pastime was, she would say, I don't know if she had the time for pastimes, but she would say raising poultry. And she raised poultry, she served it here for people. We have turkeys, chickens, ducks, all out in the yard. And then she would, neighbors and friends, she would give them animals to serve for their holidays. She went one step further. She entered her poultry in the county fair, and she won all these trophies. I think that's absolutely hysterical, this woman who did so much, and you're going to hear more about Mabel in a few minutes. They make tea for the adults. She makes jams, jellies, and chutneys in the kitchen, and they're available out here, so they stay very, very busy.
Help yourself with the minted iced tea and the juice for the little girl and the sugar cookies. I have to start the fire with Australian ironwood. And we'd open the door from the back there and stick the wood in ready for me to use. This stove supplies hot water for this home. And these are the pipes. The water gets heated up and goes out into the tank in the back. All the cooking was done on this stove. Breakfast was done right on top. You can have hot cakes, bacon, eggs, whatever you really wish to have for breakfast. And roasting of cookies. You can see that I just got through baking cookies. And there's a roast turkey, chicken, and all kinds of things. Even until today, we bake the cookies and make other goodies right in there. Okay, this kitchen was remodeled sometimes in the late 30s or 40s, and this was done. Large platters here for large family gatherings and pots and pans.
I'm jealous. It's a great kitchen.
lots of aluminum ware, very few of stainless steel. And these are aluminum rice cookers that you can cook rice. It doesn't boil or spill over. And this is a potato ricer that's really useful for jellies, jams, and sauces. Dish towels are handmade. They have ventilations from the bottom inside the ricer.
Oh.
I'll throw my garbage in here. Yeah, then you open the door from the back. Take this container out for the ducks or the chicken or even back to the garden.
In the house make beautiful flower. And they know how to do tropical. It's kind of hard to arrange because some of them are heavy, you know, and they tend to put faces over and stuff. So they really do a nice job with the combination of flowers and everything.
Very fashionable these days, those tropicals.
Yes.
In the
You're right.
States, Ikebana.
Got one more building to go. We talked about the ship, the Georgia and Wilcox. Well, they went down. They dove down and got the bell off of it. This building has had 3 uses. The first use was as a schoolroom. Now, I mentioned Punahou School, where a lot of the missionaries sent their children on Oahu. They didn't send their children off till about 4th grade, which would be, like, say, 9 years old or so, because they felt that they had to board and that they would miss their families too much. So the parents would teach them at home, basically home teaching. So Emma taught her children and the Rice family children in this room before they went off to Punahou School. So that was the first use. The second use was by Miss Mabel. Now, I want to tell you about Miss Mabel at this point. Mabel went to Punahou School like her sister Elsie. She went to Wellesley. When she came back from Wellesley, she announced to her mother she wanted to become a nurse. Now, remember, what did her mother want her to become? Remember?
Piano player.
Yeah, I'm good.
Pianist, a concert pianist. Mabel didn't want to do that. So her mother thought, nurse, nobody's ever been a nurse in the family. So she said, Mabel, wait till your 25th birthday. She thought she'd get involved in doing something else. And she said, on your 25th birthday, if you still want to become a nurse, then we'll send you out for nurses training. Mabel never said another word till her 25th birthday. She announced she wanted to be a nurse. So they sent her back to Johns Hopkins in Maryland for her nurses training. So she majored in public health nursing. She graduated in 1911. Here she is. She's the 5th one in the back row, 5th one over. Okay. You were waiting to see all the time, weren't you? Here she is back here. The people that she was training to be nurses. Okay. Well, in 1917, World War I broke out. And so she decided to sign up with the American Red Cross as a nurse and go to Europe. She served 18 months in France and Belgium. Look at their nurses' uniforms, aren't they different?
Yeah.
And so she went over there. She was decorated for her bravery. And she came back. She brought this German helmet with her. And she came back to Grove Farm. Now, about that time she came back, the TB epidemic was in place. So she set up Samuel Mahalona Hospital, which is on the north end of Kapa'a. They really like animals. Okay, now we're going to the farm animals. You've been very good.
Daddy.
What? Should I come? Don't want me to get lost.
Oh, look, another kitty. Is that a friendly kitty? Is that a friendly
Well, honey,
kitty?
you just have to see. I can't tell. We have so many kitties around here. Okay, let's head over here and look at the gardens. Cannot be trusted. Look at all the kitties over here.
Little kittens.
But again, I don't know if those are neighbors. We're gonna go see them in just a minute. These are the flowers all over here. And then some flowers back there, and the rest of these are all vegetables in here. There's papaya. Oh, the mint that you had in your tea. See the big rocks over here? It grows down at the base of the rocks, just kind of around the other side, and that's the mint. Over here, let's see if I see any. I wanted to show you some. You know, the lily koi or passion fruit grows in here, and I'm looking to see if there's a flower. Yes, there is. This is the most beautiful flower. Look at this.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful flower. Yes.
That's
I tried growing corn.
Passion fruit, yes.
I tried growing corn.
And
And snails were eating it because it was turning brown.
you know what you have to do? You have to plant, say you want 5 ears of corn, you have to plant 10. Let them have 5 and you get 5. Okay, this building, this little part of this building is where they bring the macadamia nuts. We have some macadamia nut trees and they leave them in there, and then on rainy days when they can't work outside, they crack the macadamia nuts, put them in big plastic bags, put them in the freezer, and then they roast them and they serve them for like board meetings and things like that. So that's where they keep the macadamias. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. This is coffee. Citrus, mango, banana, macadamia nuts. Now, see over here? Sometimes we have little baby ducks in there, but there aren't any today. Yeah.
I like a big pig. Look how
And
big.
then, what do you see in here?
Pig.
Pigs, yeah.
One pig and two
Yeah.
roosters.
And there's little pigs over there. At each one of the camps, George had an area set aside, like what we used to call victory gardens, you know, where they would, where they could grow their own vegetables.
Here, piggy, piggy.
Now, I have to show you this. Grow Farm stopped harvesting sugar in the 1970s. But what were they going to do with the land? So they decided to plant macadamia nuts. Well, macadamia nuts grow on trees, and trees are real vulnerable to wind, and we're real vulnerable to hurricanes. So, of course, and it takes 10 years to get a good crop. So in 1992, when we had our hurricane, it took down so many of the macadamia nut trees that we had on the west side. So now they've decided coffee is the way to go. So we have the largest coffee plantation in Hawaii is down here in Kauai, the Kauai Coffee Company. But have you ever tasted raw macadamia nuts? First they're green, like this. It's kind of like walnuts. And then they dry out and they split like this. And you take this. Now, the trick is, if you hit it too hard, they moosh. As we go around, they were Buddhists. So here we have a Buddhist shrine. Down here we have the American shrine. Over here, now I told you that Boys' Day was May 5th. Girls' Day, or Doll's Day, they call it in Japan, is March 3rd. So we have 3-3 and 5-5. And this was a gift to Mrs. Moriwaki for Girls' Day when she was just a young girl, and she kept it all these years, so it must have been important to her. Let's go on in the kitchen. What does the sink tell you about Mrs. Moriwaki?
She's short.
She's short, yes. Yeah, this would break my back. What are these little bags for, little sacks for on here?
For filtration.
Filtration, perfect, yes. Remember the water came down in open trenches, and in order to use it for cooking, they had to get the sediment out of the water. It's down below, we have 2 different kinds of irons. The one on the left, of course, is the oldest. They put that on the heat, and the one on the right has a receptacle for an electric plug in the back, so that one on the left must be newer. Let's go on in and go through to the bedroom over there. The homes, let's see, the single men lived in dormitories, and then they put them in homes, either 1 or 2 bedrooms, when they got a family. This is probably one of the larger ones because it's 2 bedrooms. At first, they would have used an outhouse, and then they did add bathrooms on. This would probably be the boys' room, the 2 boys. In the chest were her kimonos, and she always wore kimonos all the time, even working in the hot laundry room out there. This would be her bedroom. There's a sewing machine. Her clothes or her shoes are in the closet.
I remember that thing.
Oh, the bug sprayer.
Yeah.
Like fire.
2L, huh?
Oh, yeah.
2L.
Warm when the sun comes out. Here, I got you a raw macadamia nut.
Smile.
Sure.
Well, at least the food was yummy in New Orleans. Everything else turned out to be fake. The ghost Fred and Daphne discovered at a scene was really a picture from a movie projector. The man bat was just a crook. This is that day I told you, all are men, they act like monsters, trying to keep people out of the cemetery. Even the ghost captain aboard a river boat turned out to be a woman in a costume. So you should be not afraid of ghosts or monsters. They put just costumes on their faces. Daphne was dejected. I need to find a real ghost for my show, she told her dog. While shaking Mr. Bissell for Daphne prayed and Velma sat in an
Can you say Tata? Tata. Yeah.
Shaggy told her. Scooby
Say Tata again, the Grim.
Soon Moon Sky Island loomed in the distance. Fred began to videotape the dense trees, swamps, and hanging moss. It was a perfect place for ghosts.
You two were getting along. How unique.
Yeah, I got a picture of that one.
If you have some ice cream,
Yeah, it is. Thank you. On the way there. So cool.
then afterwards,
Oh, what did you get?
That a nice thing.
Oh.
Hunan bakit yung bakit?
Okay. No. What did you done? My train is broke.
Show me your Legos. Are those your Legos? Oh, can you put it back together? Yeah, there you go. Good job.
See any wild chickens?
What?
See any wild chickens around here?
I don't know.
I remember this. This is where I have been. Where's Uncle Dan?
I think he's gonna be up there. Let's go up here.
Let's go down. Daddy, let's go down there.
There you go.
I'm almost there.
Oh, you got it. You have. Okay, let's go up.
Up we go. Up we go.
This is the holla.
Holla. Baskets out of. Dad make baskets of.
Made baskets out of those.
How do they do that?
What? Are you going to lead the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Wrong way. This way.
This way. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, can you lead the way?
Hut. Hut. Hut, 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 hut. We'll follow the trail up the hill. Take what do you ba 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 ba. Daddy, I said, are we going to the beach? Daddy,
What?
are we going to the beach now?
No.
Are you kidding?
No.
Are you pretending?
No.
Are you joking?
No.
Are you kidding?
No, we're gonna take a hike. Come on, let's keep going.
I want to go back. I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
You're taking off?
Yeah, we're gonna take off too.
Alright, let me get that.
Bye-bye.
Said bye, Tata.
We are meeting.
Let me get mine.
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought
come
we
here.
were
Come down.
going on the boat ride.
What?
I thought we were going on the boat
I
ride.
think it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Suzanne Bear had a fun time.
Come on, Daddy.
Okay. Tata. Bye.
Is Dan gonna stick around for a bit?
Yeah, he's gonna be here for a while.
Suzanne, you want to come?
Go over there, we'll take pictures.
Here. You here in the middle. Oh. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Flower, one, please. Then she will give back.
Hey, Suzanne.
Look.
Suzanne.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you another one. Okay. We'll get you
Okay.
another one.
One more.
There they go.
Bye, Suzanne.
Bye.
Bye. Did you have a good time? Yeah? She's You want to say bye? Give me a hug? Okay.
Our songbirds. We have 2 songbirds on board. We have Auntie Ipo and Sister Mahialani up on top step over here, talking about something, I don't know. Okay. And here's a song that comes from a movie that was filmed just a short ways from here, called Donovan's Reef. Anybody seen Donovan's Reef, starring Lee Marvin and John Wayne? 2 guys who really hated each other. They couldn't stand each other. Early shells from the ocean. Oh, I keep the ocean with all the islands and the swim. What you call Hawaiian line dancing. Very simple to do. Okay, first motion, you're gonna go hitchhiking. Here I go. Oh, we're going to a hooky lao. A hooky lao. Everybody loves a hooky lao. Where the lao lao is a cow. Right off the bat, we got some freestyles. Let's out into the sea, and all the amma come swimming to me. Oh, we're going to a hooky lao. A hooky. What a wonderful day, yeah. What a wonderful day for fishing. Okay, back in the barrel. Oh, Hawaiian, shake it, but don't break it. While the hooky lao makes so swishy. Down in old yeah, baby. Graduation game. Oh, we're going to a hooky lao. A hooky lao. To the shoulders, take a dive. High five, double shaka.
High five, girlfriend. You did a good job. I'm proud of you.
And then we're going to have the party all done. And then everybody's going to get there.
And then what?
And then we're going to eat the cake, and then we're going to have everybody dancing. And then Houdini's going to dance.
Who's he gonna dance with?
Houdini. I decided to rip up the wedding card, so I'm going to... Aloha.
Aloha. Come and gather off to your left, folks.
Over here, Suzanne.
The water is right in there. Wow. This is green.
Isn't it green?
Yeah, all green. Now look, the water when it is going in a water pond.
Oh, I see.
Swims right through, have him turn around.
So once again, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Now, without any further ado, first of all, let's talk about the river, Wainua, which is spelled W-A-I-N-U-A.